Usually, I like to like go hard, focus on something for a couple of months, and then take out like 1 week or 2 week break, do whatever. And I had a season like this very recently, but I decided to not take this break, to push it even more. I was ending school and ending a book. So I thought, okay, let's cut and let's not take the vacations, the summer holidays off. I've ended the school. Let me get a job already. So I started cutting. I moved from my small town to the capital of my country alone. I found a job, first job in my life. I've also tried to continue recording the videos that I've started before all of this. I was also trying to get a second job. Like I've took as many things as I can on myself and thought, let's push it. And you know what? It's been 3 months, nearly exactly 3 months. We have 2 weeks left since I went from a point where I made the decision to push it anyway. And the interesting thing is, it was worth it, but with a big but. Basically, I thought that after like a couple of months, like you set a goal, okay, this and this, you focus on it, and you have like a chapter, a period of your life done. You can take like a week, 2 weeks break, do whatever, and that you kind of need this. You need this kind of like to log out, to forget about this, and then come back fresh and have another period of your life when you try for something. And I've usually done this because I've needed this, but this time I felt like, you know what? Not really into this. So I just skipped this. After one period, I've jumped into another. And it turns out that it was actually a good decision. That actually, I did get the job. I did stay at the job. I did progress and everything, and now I have it for basically like however much I want. I also will have a second job from the next month. So I've also took care of that. I've also got used to living here alone. I've also lost a lot of weight quickly, and I've managed to catch it. Because before I had cuts like this, very aggressive, very quick, but I've bounced every time. Finish the cut, the period is done, I go on vacations, a week off, and I just eat garbage. And I just ate lots of food. And I come back like not where I started, but you know, a couple kilos heavier. And I will not lose it. This time I've done the aggressive cut and I've managed to maintain it, and now I will go from here. It was worth it. After one period, I started pushing for another, took on more on myself, and I've also came back to the videos. Like everything seems to be going great. But there is a big but in this. I've had to stop something. I've had to stop the videos for some time because I just couldn't do it. It was too much stuff. And I've also had to stop the cut now. And I'm happy that I've done it. Because you know what? I think I was just basically a couple of weeks away from doing whatever what just happens every time I do a cut like this. Just filling myself up with garbage food for a week, and then I'm a couple kilos heavier, and like 80% of the cut just went to shit. I've did manage to catch this at the last point. So my conclusion is, maybe you need less rest than you think you do, but you also have to be really mindful that you probably do need this. You need to learn to like not feel your body, like feel yourself. How much can you take it? Because most of the people are on the one side of the spectrum and they're way too far away from burnout, which is on the other side of the spectrum. They ain't doing shit. They're here, they're lazy, they're horrible. Some people are here in the middle, thinking they're doing a lot, but they never pushed it to the extreme and never actually burned out. Push it. I've done two cuts in my life and I've pushed both of them too much. I've got pretty much So I regained a lot of weight. And this time, I knew it. I knew the point when it is going to happen. So I stopped before it. But I only knew it because I already went there. Most people just stay in the middle and think, oh, I'm doing enough. You could be doing more. And I'm not telling you to do aggressive cuts and lose how much? 15 kgs, which is 15 times 2 and 25 in like 3 months. That was my first ever cut. To do it in everything in your life, in every area, try more. You have a job, try to get better at your job. If it will pay you more money, if it doesn't pay more money, then fuck it. Or maybe try to get a better job, which will pay you more money. Try to get a second job. Like, bro, worst case, you'll quit. Like, worst case scenario, I'm getting a second job. I'll sign the contract. Worst case, I come in, hey, I'm quitting. There's not even a time between the decision that I make, like about quitting, and the time that I can quit at. I just can instantly quit. Like, what can happen? What oh, you'll take two jobs and you'll also be working out a lot and doing this and that and you'll burn out. Fuck it, then go burn out and go see how it feels, because I thought I was burned out. Turns out I wasn't. I had just this mentality of, oh, I will get burned out, I will get stressed, this is too much, I'm doing a lot. I've changed it to, okay, let me do more and let me see. And I found that it was a lie, that a burnout, just the real burnout, the point where you cannot like be productive in anything anymore, and you start to like bounce back and your progress regresses, is further than you think. Until you get to it, you never know. The thing is, at least try to get to it. Get to go burn out. That is the best advice that you can get in anything. I don't care if you are dieting, if you are bodybuilding, if you are trying to make money, trying to work at one job, two jobs, three jobs. Go try it. I know people who are working three jobs. They don't care. They want to buy a car. They are speed running this shit. It's just like, fuck it. He doesn't train. He doesn't do anything productive with his time. He just got three jobs. He's working all day, every day. And you know what? He can, because he doesn't burn out. Because he wasn't afraid of, oh, I'll burn out. I'll need some rest. He rests when he sleeps. He's fine. You need to try. I don't care what you want to achieve and what you are doing. Try to burn out. Actually, burn out. And then you'll recover. But you'll recover with the experience and you will know where is the point that you have to stop. So you'll be able to push it as hard as you can without getting to that point. Before, you was pushing at like 60% and you thought it was 90. Now you've went to 100 or 110 and you've regressed. But now you've came back. And now you know that before you thought you were doing 100, but it was actually 60. And now you're doing 90, 95, or even 100 sometimes. And you can keep it like forever. You will never burn out. And now you're actually putting like 100% effort, because you know where is the point that you cannot push past through. But to get this experience, to know where this point is, you have to first fuck up. You have to first go too far. And it's easy to say, harder to do, because you will learn you can actually do much more than you think. And the thing that I've called burnout is not actually a real burnout, like a burnout, like what the hell, like you can't move your limbs anymore. I don't know what a burnout is. Let's say the burnout is just you regress instead of progressing. Most people will just progress slower. You never truly burn out. You can do much more than you think. And the mental health aspect, like you'll be fine. It is all about the mindset that you have. If you are thinking like, I need to rest, I need to have time off, yeah, then you will be fine. But if you change your mindset to like, okay, let me try how much I can do, now you don't need rest. And nothing changed. No, something changed. You are trying more, you are working more, you are putting more effort in, and you somehow feel better. You rest less, you put more effort in, and you feel better. So the burnout and the rest thing was a lie. It was only in your mind. But you need to try stuff to learn this about yourself. There is no other way.